So, does anybody recall what happened last time? Do I need to do a refresher?
Yes, you do.
Okay, then I will. In terms of what happened last week, you guys did finish off the cave of the necromancer, right? The Lord of Lance Rock, if you will. That has been done, right? And then instead of going to the farm, the pies had been eaten too. So instead of going to the farm, you guys had decided to go back to Red Larch and to report what you had found to the constable of Red Larch. Now, the constable knows Lisanne very, very well, and in learning of this knowledge of a necromancer and such in that cave, he was a bit perturbed because he was about to go on another venture just to the south to manage a report of a missing caravan. Not a big caravan, mind you, but a missing caravan nonetheless, and it's good to maintain safe trade in the area. So anyway, he was going to do that, but what he did instead, because he's now going to take his men to Lance Rock, right, to kind of like, because that seems a little bit more of a pressing matter when you have undead in and around the area, to go and sort of make that a safe place again. He's going there, and he is sending Lisanne, specifically, notices Eric. He knows Eric as a great, smithy. He doesn't exactly know why Lisanne and Eric are together right now. That's beyond him. Yeah. But he's asking Lisanne to go, and if she wouldn't mind to go to the south and check on that caravan. Now that is, I think, all caught up. Tao, were you still at the shrine there, the All Faith Shrine, or did you move on? I can't remember.
Well, I went to see Mangelbarl, the Zentrim contact. Right. And I spoke with her. There was also an implicit threat about better not getting into the pie business, obviously. That's very important. Mm-hmm. Without blowing my cover as being Tao, I went to see her as the widow. I found out some interesting information about the buildup of elemental activity, a few different things like some weird heat waves. I also found out about some undead activity near a wooded area. Specifically, some people have seen a ghost next to an old tomb, which might be worth checking out at some point. I found out about that the symbol that we saw on the Necromancer's globe was the Elder Eye, surrounded by elemental signs, though I don't really know what that means. And also that the vision I had in the globe, the possible Medusa, could potentially be someone named Marlos Ernrail, who was apparently a human, may have been cursed or something like that. But yeah, and then I left, and I went to sort of like change out of my guise as the widow, and I was going to meet up with these guys at the shrine. I've not been to the shrine yet.
Okay, so you haven't been to the shrine yet. Okay, so now you still could, if you want to, you can go ahead and do that, or we can just say that you did that in passing, because I do believe one of the first things the constable is going to do is go to the shrine itself, and is going to make sure that he grabs a couple of the priests at least to help him with the consecration of the area of Lance Rock. And meanwhile, I thought I had turned down, right, the volume mixer there. I thought I had turned down the damn...
Did you pop some eardrums again?
Fus Roda, and man, was that loud.
Okay, if Briar found it loud, we have a problem.
But thank you for the donation.
Yeah, thank you for the donation. We have Zihoa with $38. Thank you very much for your generosity. I can't really lower the system sounds, because if I lower the system sounds, that would lower you guys. No, it won't, actually. I'm going to lower the system sounds real fast.
Through Google, or whatever.
You guys keep talking.
Okay,
yeah, that's good.
You guys are done at the constable, right? So we're all going to meet up at the shrine?
Yes, we've talked to the constable. He's going to he sent somebody off to the stable to loan you guys a horse.
Loan our horse.
Yeah.
Loan a horse. Okay, very good.
That's good, because I think Lisanne should probably be the one who focuses on the talking at the temple.
Okay.
Because she's the most well-known and respected in town for that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Although, it's not like we're going there and asking for favors. We're just reporting that, like,
yes, we're just telling you.
Dead. Check your graveyards, make sure they haven't been looted. Like,
yes.
Okay.
Well, I think the graveyard, someone would have noticed, but you never know. I mean, if they're careful to cover it up, it might take a constable with all that FBI training to figure it out.
Someone who's been to Quantico, which I think is a district of Waterdeep. Not sure.
It is, yeah. It's just, I think it's in the northwest there, actually. Yeah, obviously.
Should we give a shout out to Orestria?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
Orestria.
just
Probably give a shout out
Sorry.
because it is Orestria's birthday today.
Happy
Oh,
birthday
That is
to
my
you.
sister.
you. Happy birthday to you.
Whoa, copyright violation.
No, they lost the court suit for that.
Finally,
They got their ass kicked. Because that was BS. The
Yeah,
thing was so public domain, it boggled the mind. But anyway, happy birthday, Orestria.
Happy
No, back to
birthday.
the-
No kidding, sweetie.
Back
Woohoo.
to the All Faith Shrine.
Perfect. So you guys are, I guess you're all going to meet up there. Is that what the idea is? You're going to meet up at the All Faith Shrine? Okay. Well, honestly, at this particular point, what's going to happen is Lisanne and Eric are basically heading out immediately with the constable. You know, you're basically walking the same path.
Right.
There's probably
Yeah.
going to be a little bit
Same
more
way.
of an exchange of dialogue between you guys as you move along. But just overall in passing, more or less just the type of talk that people do to kind of like ease the tension. You know, because talk of undead, you know, for the
Well, we've
constable
given-
especially, the constable has seen a lot of stuff, right? I mean, he's a veteran. The guy is very smart, very shrewd, but he's not above fear. Right?
Well, of course not. It's not my fear. I just, I need to send a. If we're heading south. We're heading south on the long road, right?
Right now,
to check out.
yeah,
We're
you're heading south to All Faith
That's our
Shrine, yeah.
destination after the shrine. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is the constable coming with us for this? No, he's got to go somewhere else. That's why he
Yeah.
asked me to go.
Mhm.
Okay, so it'll just be the three of us again, and we're going after a wagon that has disappeared. Correct?
Correct. That said, though, we do have Tao. Tao has other information about more undead. So I don't know if Tao's going to mention that to you, but if she does mention that to you, that's going to be something else you want to keep in mind. Do you want to immediately strike out after this lost caravan, or time constraints wise, do you want to go look for more undead? Possible undead.
Yeah. So, I mean, have I met up with them yet? Or are they still walking with just the constable?
Yeah, I dare say you guys, have met up by now. The town's large, but very
Not that large.
flat, and the streets are wide. I mean, I'm pretty sure at some point you're gonna meet
like-
in between there.
There's like
Yeah.
25 buildings in this town.
Yeah,
It's not very big. It's just
We
like
can probably see each other pretty quick.
yeah, pretty simple.
Especially for when the
wave.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of this isn't necessarily like critical right now, but I will let them know that I heard a rumor that some people have seen some other undead activity. There's this old tomb that we probably know about in the area.
Mhm.
That some people are saying they might have seen a ghost there. I mean, you know how people talk, maybe, maybe not, but I don't know. Something sort of rang true about this. Doesn't sound as time sensitive as this caravan thing you guys are telling me about.
No, we have people who may be hurt or lost on the road right now who aren't here. That's
They've
where
been
we
missing
go,
for
right?
hours and hours already.
Yeah.
I think we should do something.
Split the party. We're being told it'll be fine.
What could possibly go wrong if you split the party?
Improvised resurrection quest come next. It was
Okay, well, so you guys are making the decision, if I'm understanding this correctly, that you're making the decision to go and check out the caravan, right?
yes.
To secure the goods that could have possibly been, well, who knows what happened? Nobody really knows what happened.
The people. We've got to find the people.
Okay, so, well, that's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move along on that side of things, unless, of course, there's anything else that you want to do in town right now. Time is
So-
of importance.
I need to get a message to my family. They're expecting us for dinner.
Right. Although what you could do, because it's still it's later in the afternoon now, but
Yeah.
I dare say at this particular point, there will be some of your family still in town. You guys do regular business here. I did not plan which brother that you could have run into, but we're going to say that one of your brothers is in town right now, and you could probably find him where he usually
Iolin's
is.
here.
At this
Iolin's here. I'll go tell him to go
Okay,
home.
very good. And
He'll
where
be
is
here.
Iolin in terms of where does he hang out before he goes home? Just out of curiosity's sake.
If it's late afternoon, I figure whatever, we must have some sort of market. He would have been in town for the market.
Okay.
Yes,
there's
I'll
the
find it.
markets
I don't
there.
know where that is.
Yeah.
How about if for next week, I'll take this map of Red Larch and give all these little houses places and stuff so we know where we are. I'll sort that out.
Okay, very cool.
But he'll be at the market, so we'll drop by. We've all got horses now. We rode up to you, Tao. I was leading your borrowed horse. You can ride, right?
Sure. It's a fancy setting. Everyone can ride at least a little.
Okay. Okay. Then we'll just ride over to the market, and I'll find Iolan and tell him, I'm back on guide duty here. I'm heading out to find some stuff. It's good.
When we get the loner horse for Eric, you watch him get on there. It is probably you've never seen a person so large mount a horse in such an ungraceful fashion. It's more like he kind of like leans over onto it and then kind of like flips his legs up.
And the whole horse sort of starts to sag a little bit.
An animal lover that I am.
It is painful to watch. Like not painful for the horse, just like embarrassing for the horse.
No.
And then I'll ride Darkson over and pat your little horse on the neck and say, thank you for being awesome and dealing with this. You're a good girl.
Once Eric gets up there, he seems okay on it though.
Okay.
Conversely, Tao is perfectly comfortable, lithely jumping onto the horse. She has experience from horses from when she used to live on her farm.
Yes.
Again, once she's up there, she starts to look slightly less comfortable. And she says, yeah, I always used to get seasick on my parents' ship, and horses, same thing.
So you do like the reverse Legolas horse mount, and then you get up there and you're like, whoa.
As the horse is a little bit, I'm like, whoa, oh god, don't do that.
And this is when I come to the realization that if I'm going to be spending any time with you guys, I'll be leaving Darkson at home and we'll walk. It'll be fine.
There's a reason I sit in the wagon while Speedy pulls me.
There, Speedy. Oh, little Speedy. Okay.
Well, I'm trying to think. Do I really want to do anything with this? I mean, I'm thinking, okay, like, as DM and everything, you're riding a horse and you have a bit of motion sickness. I'm not gonna do anything right now. Might happen later.
Don't worry.
So we leveled up in between. We have just full hit points now because I was technically damaged at the end of the last adventure, and we haven't actually had 8 hours to do like a long rest.
No, you haven't. It's been only like a couple hours since the whole adventure really started.
A couple of hours. So during that time, if we had a couple hours, you would have had 2 hours of healing, and I could have healed you another 2 times. You're fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
you're
fine.
It's true. Not a long rest, but we've effectively fit in a couple of short rests plus the healing feat.
Yeah. Being in town and everything, I dare say that you could have easily gone through and sought some sort of...
Yeah, well, you could have spent some time, like, get Eric to take his armor off and actually, like, examine him properly after all that, like, beatings he suffered. Which actually leads to an interesting point. I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to learn something. Yes, and while I'm healing him, for the record, I'm doing some serious... I'm looking and poking as much as I can. This man has secrets.
Well, as soon as I take off my my hauberk, whatever, the armored, like, top piece, and then the shirt, it's pretty obvious that there's something there. I don't know, are you going to link it there? Or?
Something there?
Put it in the... You're just showing your upper body, eh?
Well, she might as well see it all. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I get to see all the things.
Okay. Well, so is everybody in the chat here in just a second. I don't actually have it set up.
I have the link. I have the link to put in the chat. Okay, you don't have
do that.
Roll
Put
20?
the link in chat.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll also do this here.
Check that out.
Yeah, because I'm in the Twitch chats, but not the video.
Yeah, well, and when I post my videos, I'll throw it up there. Yeah, you notice that when Eric gets his shirt off, he has a significant purple glowing rune on his back. It's hard to miss.
It's quite interesting, and in fact, it covers the entirety of his back, his lower mid back, and over that
lower back. You can see the scar from that axe wound, and it looks to have healed about normally. That makes that part is consistent. You're not sure what the deal with the rune is, and
So that wound would have been the one I had treated when you were here then.
Yeah.
That still didn't get you walking. You healed, but you weren't walking.
Yeah, it's scarred over in the normal sort of fashion, but
Holy camole.
There's a lot going on there.
And remember, I remember the Lord of Lance Rock, the idiot at Lance Rock, had said something about you. He picked up on something.
That is a good catch. He saw something that you guys weren't seeing. So.
At the time. Tao, are you seeing this too? Are you hanging around? Is this like previous in between?
Well, I don't know. It depends on where the.
No, probably not.
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not at that point.
All right.
I mean, I'm thinking you were talking and we were over here, and if maybe what we were waiting on the constable or something like that, I was patching him up. You know, we'll lay on a cot in the cell. You know, the jail cell, and fix you up in there or something.
But anyways, your Lisanne's reaction is, whether she says anything initially or not, is pretty obvious. It's like, oh, that is side effect.
Side effect.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on this. Oh my god, I gotta sort this out. I have a new mystery. Oh my god, this is so cool.
Very awesome. Yeah. And honestly, go ahead.
You know, like if he doesn't say anything much about it, if you're not asking, I don't know. You could try asking. He's not. You notice that he doesn't like to volunteer information.
No, well, you know, I'm healing you up, and we've got things on our mind. I'm thinking, you know, is this when I'd start the conversation? And I, you know, this is interesting, Eric. I take it this is why you're walking, and you and I have to talk at some point. You and I've got to talk.
Yeah.
I need to know this, how you're walking. Pretty good.
Yeah. It works for now.
It works for now. Oh my goodness. That is amazing.
Okay. So
we
gotta if you're not pushing further on that though, I guess we can get back to it. Well,
yeah, I figure we've got things going on, and the sheriff is here, and or the constable is here, whatever. But we'll have to have thing.
Just a technical issue to bring up. Since we leveled up and we've got like spell slots and new PowerPoints and things like that, could we just treat it as if, because it's a new adventure and all that we took a long rest just because all the numbers would be reset? Would that simplify things? Because otherwise, it's like, do we have spell slots available?
Yeah, no. Honestly, I'm going to fudge it. I'm going to say that, you know, you guys are not going to need the long rest and all that stuff to get everything back. As you level, I'm gonna do this whole what's a good example? I'm gonna do this Skyrim style. There we go. You leveled up. Everything, all your attributes and everything go back to maximum values. Everything's good.
Okay. I mean, it's either that or like the other way to simplify it is you don't get the level up until you long rest. And it's like, oh, but this is a good time to do it.
No, I like this. I like this way.
This keeps it moving better.
Yeah, this lets us level between sessions and not have to sort things out in the middle of one.
Yeah,
so
makes more sense.
All right. So speaking of moving, we unrewind back up to the present, and I think we're all riding out southwards to check out the missing caravan.
We're gonna stop at the temple first. Still in town. The All Faith Shrine.
Yep.
Okay.
We are processing that. Okay.
We have
All Faith Shrine then.
Okay.
All right.
So
and
at the All Faith Shrine, the
Indar. Okay.
The constable moves forward, and actually just disappears around the side. Walks between two priests that are currently on duty and goes inside. Apparently, he wants to talk to somebody else. Whoever's on duty right now is not exactly who he's looking for. As you can tell, he just walks right by. And anyway, are you guys going to follow him in, or are you just going to strike up conversation with those outside? The two that are outside, I actually have a part for this. All I gotta do is find it for a second. Or I could just, like, kind of skim over. Because due to the fact that there's...
The people here at the shrine are supposed to be giving us more information about...
No, there's nothing really of information, of value.
We're just stopping to report to them.
Yeah, exactly, and so is the constable.
Okay.
And you had given the constable the diary from the Lord of Lance Rock that he was going to get them to help with.
Right, exactly.
Right. Okay, I'll go in, chat with Imdar, see how he or she is my old friend whose sex I don't know. Imdar. Is that a male or female? Anybody guess?
I'm gonna
guess male, but
it's male.
Yeah.
It's male. Okay. Good old Imdar.
And there we go. So yeah, Imdar, human, just a regular human priest. So there's nothing specifically of note on him. In fact, he seems to be like sort of what's the term? Stereotypically made for this role. He takes the look of someone who would be a priest. He's a devotee, actually, of Tempest.
Is he? Okay.
Okay.
And just right quick.
They're all saying that Briar is quiet.
I'm
today.
quiet?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Wow.
It is unusual.
This is strange.
Well, I can bring myself up again.
Just a little.
If everything gets out of sync, let me know immediately. Right, so we've had multiple donations already this morning. Right now we got even Chemical Crash. Top donator, I think, so far today is $40. Thank you very much, guys.
Wow.
It's very nice.
Okay, so there's not much really to be said. The passing of information from the constable over to Imdar seems to go quite quickly. They're not going to waste any words because time is of the essence, that sort of thing. And yeah, you guys were there to witness that, and I suppose, honestly, there's not really much else to do. So.
Okay. So, off southwards on horseback.
Yeah, you just stayed there, right? Because getting up and down looked way too hard.
It shouldn't be hard, it's just awkward. He's like 6'2". You'd think if anyone could just get on a horse, but no.
Yeah, when you started talking about the horse, I remember watching the old 1981 Conan the Barbarian movie, and he had never ridden until he was actually out on a set sort of thing, and they said, oh, you have to start riding a horse. So they built a pen to teach him to ride in between shots and stuff like that, and he rode like a dream. So I'm picturing you, this great big guy, and he's gonna just pop up there and sit that horse, and it's like, okay, maybe or not.
Or not.
I'm pretty sure Arnold Schwarzenegger told them he could ride a horse at the audition. He just figured he'd fake it. Yeah. That happens a lot.
But he rides like a dream in 2 weeks. The man was amazing. And
How hard is it to ride a horse anyway, Kappa?
Okay, I'm taking you riding next week.
Heels down. Okay. Right. So you guys, that part I know. Anyway, so you guys are heading south. It doesn't take you long, especially on horseback, to find the cart in question, right? And it doesn't really seem to be a lot going on. I mean, at the cart...
We're on the long road, correct? Just outside of town?
Okay. Yes, exactly.
All right.
And, yeah. So, next to the wagon, there isn't really a lot of evidence of an extreme altercation. There's just... It seems like things were moved hurriedly. There's no because with the passive perception of 14, you notice right away that there doesn't seem to be any blood on the ground. There's nothing weird happening.
But there's no people. There's no horses.
But there's no people, and the horses are not there, and most of the cargo is either gone or empty.
Okay. By the way, when I was a little unclear last time, when we got out of Lance Rock and then later when we got back to town, is that sudden massive rainstorm gone?
Yes.
Or
yeah.
Yes.
It was there, downpour, gone. So
okay, just making sure.
Yeah, very mysterious that.
Does it look like the rain made it
right in your area right now, where you guys are walking?
Yeah.
This is an important point. Where you guys are walking, there doesn't seem to be any evidence of rainfall.
Rain.
Like bone dry, yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
normal dirt
tracks. Doing a nice, good investigation of tracks in this whole area. What have I found? How many?
Quite simply, you found multiple tracks. Specifically in this particular area, nearby to the cart, you found 4 pairs of tracks, and also along the dirt road, there seems to be a sort of a scratching and What looks to you specifically like somebody has drugged something large.
Don't do drugs.
So 4 sets of human tracks?
Yes.
Boots, shoes, that sort of thing?
Normal, yeah, exactly. Just normal looking boots.
And some of them have been dragging something between them?
Mm-hmm.
In what direction?
Yep.
Now, is there any way you can tell whether the thing being dragged was like a hard thing with hard edges, like, you know, a box would really leave a defined edge versus a sack or a body or something like that, which would be a bit of a softer sort of...
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, that's an easy DC. I'm not going to say that requires a check. No, it certainly was a container of some sort. Like a really hard-edged container.
Do we know anything about what this caravan was supposed to be carrying? Or who was doing it?
I
Quite
don't think
quickly.
Constable mentioned.
No.
He told us a little bit last week, but I don't remember what it was.
And
So say it
quite
again.
honestly, I mean, if he had more time, he might would have expunged more knowledge on the what he's been told. But in between the two situations, specifically the one that's really weighing on his mind now with necromancy, undead, that sort of thing. No, there wasn't really much mention of what exactly was being carried.
No, but there were
bring up necromancers. Are they coffins?
Okay, what did you tell us last week? There were 2 wagons, though, right? And one disappeared? Is that right?
Yeah, they separated briefly, and then the one that was fine went on. The one that was having mechanical trouble never showed up.
Yeah.
He had a bad wheel or something. So, okay, we have questions. So we have 4 people who were dragging a box of some sort, like a chest.
Mm-hmm.
In which direction, first of all?
Off to the, I suppose at this particular point, it'd be off to the east.
Off to the east. Okay. That's
Off-
one thing.
off the trail.
Are there signs of battle? Other people, the horse tracks, are they being led? Do we have
No, actually, the horse tracks seem to be sort of diverting off the road and into an entirely different direction. Do a insight check. Actually, a survival check.
Insight, survival, we got a whole whack of them here. Where's that one? Where do I roll this? There?
Briar, what time is it right now in game?
In
This
game,
is the same day as before, right?
yes, the same day as before. And where's the? Did I put that down here? There it is. There's that. Yeah, it's the same day as before. And I'm trying to think. It's not late.
You could say like 4 o'clock or something this week.
I mean, we are in summer right now, so the sun's going to be up until like at least past 9. There's going to be light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no
4 o'clock
no
or
dim
something.
light happening right now. It's still quite bright.
So it's late afternoon, maybe.
Yeah.
Into early evening. Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay, so the result for that check is extremely good.
Yes.
So what you gather in terms of information, it almost seems as if the horses were sort of released, because you can tell by the footprint, the hoof prints and everything too, that there was a bit of a movement to gallop away. So it almost seems like they were struck and they ran.
Okay. So somebody the horses were removed from the wagon. Their harnesses left on them or whatever. Well, we wouldn't know that. They might have taken them off. And then just they were let out and then they've left. Okay.
So some,
and then
some horses are going to come back to their stables looking for some snacks.
Yeah,
it's
they're going to
quite
head
possible.
into town.
Yeah, it's quite possible that
exactly what
they'll
they'll
do
do.
that.
So,
Okay.
and then we have 4 people dragging something off rather than just taking the wagon and going with it. All right. Blood, signs of fights, battle.
No.
This wagon was supposed to
Let's
be
just follow
something
tracks.
broken.
You
Does
say,
anything
you say
look
tracks
like-
go east? Let's just go east.
You say 4 people dragged something. Do we happen to know how many people were in this caravan? Because now I'm starting to think these guys weren't ambushed. It's the caravan just stopped. The
Yeah.
people from the caravan let the horses go, grabbed something in the back, and dragged it somewhere to do something.
But
So
there's
the
no
people at the
signs of
caravan are
battle.
sketchy.
Yeah. So the thing is like, what do you want to do? Do you follow the horse tracks or do you follow the footprints?
Well, no, we would follow the footprints.
And Ava's got a really important question.
Are there any signs of battle?
No, I mentioned that off the offset. No, there's no sign of
Okay,
altercation.
and there's no sign that there's anything ever broken on this wagon.
Nope. There's in fact, the report that the constable had told you was that they were just apparently just going to stop to tie some stuff down. So there wouldn't be anything wrong with the cart. The cart would be quite nice. Good shape.
All right.
So we follow the drag marks.
There's no other tracks coming from the east over to help these guys?
Yeah, no. As far as you can see, there's just the 4 sets of footprints.
Okay, so rather than just take the wagon and turn east and go off somewhere with it, they've actually turned the horses loose and they're dragging this stuff out by hand.
Mm-hmm. This is the way it looks, anyway.
Okay, see you next time. Live your life happy, build it beautiful, drop over into Twitch chat and say hello. Bye-bye.